So there's three main mantras that it'd be beautiful if we could maybe include in some of the practices we're going to be doing while we're together. Mantra, the definition of mantra means instrument, like that what we use to align our mind with its own potential, beyond intellectual thinking, beyond memory, beyond analyzing, beyond recollecting, and especially beyond fabricating and fantasizing. So mantra in that sense means excuse me, instrument for the mind. So the first mantra is the mantra of the 5 elements, and it goes something like that. Om Ahom Eyam Ram Kamlam Shodhe Shodhe So this is a mantra to purify the 5 elements, which are the constituents of everything we perceive, of our body, of our human experience. And once we purify the 5 elements, it is said that the 5 elements become the 5 wisdoms. Interestingly enough, the 5 elements in the state in which we perceive the world are associated with the 5 Buddhas. Once they are purified, and they are perceived with the 5 female Buddhas, which are the 5 wisdoms. But I'm sure you already knew that. I like to use the drone of the Tampura sometimes for the mantra practices. When you are accumulating a lot of mantras, usually you don't do, but if you want to just chant a few soft, gentle mantras, it's very nice to have a Tampura drone. So you start listening to the Tampura sound, not tempura, but Tampura. And you start aligning with the sound, you start kind of almost like an internal humming. And then you can start humming. You listen, hum. So you can do that a few times, and then at the end of the 5 element mantra, it says, this sound "ah" is used in different traditions. In the case of the 5 element mantra, in this specific practice, it's the sound, the vibration of what we call the non-dual state, of the state of integrated being, the state of experiencing the oneness of all things. It's a state of a consciousness that is fully aware and awake and filled with love. So it's a very nice practice that this I learned through my Indian teachers of music. You just listen to a Tampura, you connect with the sound of the drone, and then gently you just chant "ah" a few times. So you can do these a few things, and you keep trying to get the sound of your voice to align as much as possible with the sound of the drone. You know, sometimes it's a bit pitchy, sometimes, and you just keep softening into the sound. So that's very beautiful. Hum is visualized as a white Om, red A, blue Hum in the heart. That represents what is the sound that it is said to embody, the most perfect body, speech and mind of all the enlightened beings. So at the beginning of this mantra we chant these three sounds to awaken, to remind ourselves of this innate potential that we have for wisdom and beauty and awakening and healing. Om Ram Kam Lam. Those are the five elements. Yam, Ram Kam Lam. Those are five Sanskrit syllables. There's other sounds for the same elements. In this mantra specifically, these are used. Yam, Ram Kam Lam. So when you're doing this, you could imagine each of the colors, or you can just simply have this very nice sensation of rainbow light that is flooding your system and radiating forward, expanding. And then we use that word Shuddha, which is a Sanskrit word, means to purify. Shuddha, Shuddha. Purify, purify. Bring to a state of purity, which means bring to a state of presence. There's no moral concepts here of what's clean or dirty or impure or pure. It's just this beautiful sensation of presence and love. And then at the end the mantra finishes with sounding the syllable A twice. You can do it more times if you want. And then you just rest in this very nice state of presence. Okay? And while you're doing this, it's almost like you are, not almost, you are looking into the sky of your being, into the boundless sky of the heart. Om Yam, Ram Kam Lam, Shuddha. Shuddhe So that's a brief explanation on the 5-element mantra with a pitchy interpretation, but I think you get the point, and then I'll just make a short audio too. That's a beautiful, beautiful mantra that I would encourage everybody to maybe to learn and to practice anytime you need to feel balanced, or it's actually very good to practice in the morning. And if you go anywhere where you feel the energy overall is unbalanced, you can just also chant this mantra, and it's really beautiful. So it will make you smile. Then the other mantra that I would like to share during the would be the main mantra is the mantra of the goddess Marichi. Marichi is the goddess of she's called the beautiful goddess of dawn. She is the embodiment of this energy that it's between dawn and this light that is between dawn and sunrise, and also in the end of the day, but especially for the energy that is set to pull the light, that is set to pull the sun so it can rise. Okay, so this has many meanings externally. It is a mantra that is used to for healing, for protection. Internally, is it a mantra that is used for helping us be able to perceive things in a good light. In any given situation, really our perception is what determines our experience. So the mantra is very good for that. Marichi, the goddess of dawn, it helps us polish how we perceive things. And then at the what we call the secret level, or the level of awareness, Marichi is this, my experience is that is this awareness that helps us become aware of ourselves at a deeper level that goes beyond me, mine, my story, my victories, my dramas, it's very connected to that experience of the A that we say at the end of the 5-element mantra. So it's a beautiful mantra. So the mantra goes Om Srim Maricheye Mum Soha. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Soha. It can be chanted many ways. There's no, you can make your own melody if you want. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Swaha. 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 So anytime you're chanting a mantra, because it's sound, the key is to feel the vibration, some sort of movement. So at the beginning you're just getting used to maybe the sound, the pronunciation, but then you start slowly. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Swaha. And if you pay attention, Mantras are very, very effective when it's a mantra that has been practiced for a long time. For example, this Marichi mantra, I learned this mantra from several teachers, but mainly from Namkhai Norbu. Really a truly fantastic being, a Tibetan teacher that lived later most of his life in Italy. And when you learn a mantra or you receive a mantra from a tradition, from somebody who has practiced the mantra is empowered. The mantra has the life of the deity. So if you take the time, if you give it the space to feel it inside of you, it's very beautiful, very beautiful. And that extends to any kind of prayer from, any kind of prayer that you are doing. It's very, very important to take the time not to parrot, like the bird parrot things. Okay? So just to give the space for the mantra to produce the inner alchemy that it has to produce. And you can imagine or perceive or feel, at some point you feel it because it's real. This sensation when Marichi it's rising, there's this very nice sensation of this kind of nice experience of something awakening. So the light is awakening in your channels, the good virtues of the heart are awakening, your emotions. Light dissolves darkness, so love transforms fear and attachment and anger, especially anger. Yeah? And as the light also arises, our mind just becomes clear, and we have a good time. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Soha. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Soha. Om Srim Maricheye Mum Soha. So that's the mantra of Marichi, goddess Marichi. The name is Marichi, then we say Maricheye. It's Sanskrit grammar when you transform a subject into an object. Okay, so the name is Marichi, we say Maricheye. And then there's a third mantra. Excuse me. It's more than a mantra. Is almost a calling. There's a tradition, what's called calling the teacher from afar. Either physically, because you are here and your teacher that you really long for their company, for their wisdom, for their guidance. It's far, and there's this longing to be connected with your teacher. Also, sometimes the teacher is very near. The teacher is sitting right next to you, but you cannot comprehend what she or he is trying to transmit because your mind, our minds are still muddy, like a muddy river. So we chant this. I don't know how much we'll be able to use in our trip, but I aspire to do it, especially in a place like San Millán de la Cogolla, which is there's this profound imprint of all these hermits that practice there for for a long time, especially San Millán. So the mantra is Lama Cheno. These are two Tibetan words. Lama means teacher, but La means wisdom, and Ma means mother. So we are inviting the mother of all wisdom, even if the teacher is a male figure. Is referred as the mother. This is what gives birth to our higher virtues. And Cheno is means think of me, which you can just translate as awaken in me. Lama Cheno, 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 Lama Cheno. So this this specific mantra sometimes is chanted with a bit of a more of a grave tone, not grave like a more of like a longing, a bit almost like a bit of a sad tone. That's a tradition. You can put any melody you want to it, whatever makes you happy. So these are these three mantras, and then the sound of the A, which is a practice by itself that we can do. So I hope this short video helps. Somebody had asked about the mantras for the for the trip. Like anything else, is completely optional. So those of you who like to sing, when we sing, you can sing. Those of who don't like to sing, you don't have to sing. Okay. So big hug.